Yo, what's up, peoples? It's Mood616 here, and this is the After Dark Horrorfest 3 DVD review. I'm going to be reviewing the third installment of the series. I guess there was 4. As you can hear, I'm outside right now, so there might be some noises like helicopters above me. That's awesome. Good timing on that. Yeah, so we might as well just get straight into this. First one in the series is Autopsy. It's about a group of I guess late teens, early 20s, taking a vacation, or they're taking one last vacation together, I guess, before school or whatever. They crash their car, they call for ambulance, help, whatnot, and basically what happens is they get picked up really quick, brought to this hospital where they don't know, but it's been closed down for a couple years, and there's a really sadistic doctor in the hospital doing tests on the patients and doing other weird fucking things, and the friends start disappearing one by one, and yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Jessica Lowndes is in the film. She kind of kept my interest in the film. She's, if you don't know who she is, she's from the newly revamped 90210 series. She's actually from Vancouver, Canada. I actually used to live there. She's a fucking beautiful girl. So that kept my interest in the film. I did talk about one scene in this film before about the scene where she sees this guy's all drugged up, one of her friends, and he's actually cutting his arm and shit. It was a fucking nasty part, but overall it was pretty gory. It had some parts. It was kind of slow, kind of predictable in a way a little bit, but the end kind of saved it a little bit. It brought it up, from a kind of below average film to about average. I thought the end was pretty good. So. But yeah, so I haven't been rating any of these films, and I decided to kind of do it on this one. I give this film about 5 out of 10. It's pretty average, but I guess it's worth a watch. Next up is, I guess I'm gonna have to hold this. The Broken. Yeah, this was actually kind of it was an interesting film. At first, it had a decent idea. The thing was, it just really amounted to nothing. That was the problem. It's about this girl right here. She, she's I think she's a radiologist or something. Can't remember. She's a doctor. But anyway, she catches a glimpse of like a person that looks exactly like herself, and she gets kind of struck by that and stuff. And then just all this other random kind of shit happens. She starts having like all these like weird visions and night terrors and stuff. And the thing is that she tries to investigate this, and then like all these other random people start dying and stuff, and then you kind of see like everyone in her family has kind of like a doppelganger. But the thing is, it's really slow. The pace is kind of boring and stuff, and the ending doesn't really pay off in this one at all, and in my opinion doesn't really explain anything, like what actually happened in the film. So I was really disappointed with this. I give it about a 4 out of 10. Like it was interesting for a while, but it wasn't really anything that special at all. Next up is The Butterfly Effect 3. The film starts out with actually quite a brutal carjacking scene where a guy actually like nails this chick in the fucking head with his tire iron and just totally kills her. But it's pretty fucking nasty. But anyways, the story is about this guy that he basically works for the police department, kind of solving crimes with his gift that he has and stuff like that. And what happens is his old girlfriend's sister comes to him one day, and she wants to like kind of reopen this. She found some new evidence about the case and stuff like that, and about this case, and she wants him to kind of investigate it further with his powers and stuff, and he lives with his sister and stuff like that, and she's totally against it. And anyways, of course he goes against it, goes back in time, and fucks things up from there and shit. Kind of the typical storyline. I think it was pretty much the same as the second one. I don't know, I can't remember, but it wasn't bad. The thing was, I figured it out about halfway into the film, exactly what was going to happen, and it wasn't really that great at all. Again, this was even worse than The Broken in my opinion. I give this one about 3.5 out of 10. I don't recommend it. Next up is the Dying Breed. This is an Australian film. There's some really actually cool different cover art for this I've seen. Yeah, this one's not that good. But yeah, this is about a group of 4 people. They set out to find this this rare tiger up in it takes place I guess it takes place in Tasmania, that's right. So they set out to find this rare tiger kind of thing, or the legend of this rare tiger. They want to take pictures of it and blah blah blah. Anyways, they start out at this hotel, and actually no, previously the one girl in this, her sister had actually went up there to find this tiger, and she ended up dying, which she thought that she had drowned. The sister thought that she had drowned, blah blah blah. Anyways, they go up there in search of this this tiger, and you know, all hell kind of breaks loose. Basically what it is the you know, the hotel where they're staying at, or the motel or whatever, the townspeople are kind of, you know, chopping up people and making pies out of them and serving them to the people and shit like that. I actually thought this film was fucking really good, man. Like, I mean, the tiger had to be CGI'd because, you know, it's some ancient looking tiger and shit. Didn't look that bad at all, to be honest. It didn't really affect the film at all. I thought the kills were really good. I thought it was very decent, kind of cannibal film. But, you know, the townspeople do have a further agenda, and there is some twists and turns in this and shit like that. I actually really like this film. I thought it was pretty much the best one in this whole series. This is, yeah, once again, Dying Breed. I give it about 8 out of 10. I was actually really impressed with this one. Next up, From Within. This film is actually kind of a weird one. It starts out with a guy actually committing suicide. Kind of sets the stage for the whole thing. Basically what happens is, you know, there's just a rash of fucking suicides like all through this town and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't really want to give too much away about this one. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of suicides that keeps happening in this town. The main girl, Lindsay, she's dating the town's pastor, and it's, you know, it's a small town. It's all driven by religion, and they're kind of hillbilly, you know, religious and, you know, shit like that and stuff. And you know, the townspeople start to think that that she's kind of evil and stuff like that, and you know, it kind of takes off from there and shit like that. I don't know. It's got a really weird feel to me. It kind of feels like I don't really know how to say it, but I don't know. I don't really want to compare it to too many other movies, but whatever. But it's kind of, it's got a really decent ending. I actually thought the ending was pretty fucking cool. Overall, kills, gore, it's not too bad. Some of the characters are fucking just so stereotypical and shit like that. But it's above average. I give it about a 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10 on this one. It's not too bad. Next up, Perkins 14. Just watched this one a couple days ago. This tells a story of a cop. I think his name is Dwayne. Basically what it is he's been living for the past 10 years with his son was kidnapped and murdered. His son was actually the last person kidnapped and murdered in a string of like 14 or 15 murders or something like that. Anyways, it starts out where he gets called into work one night, and he's just doing whatever, blah blah blah, and he's sitting in the jail cell, and he kind of there's this inmate in there, and he just something seems suspicious about him, so he kind of investigates him personally a little bit, and he just starts coming across all these different clues that are kind of leading him to his son's murder. And it kind of goes from there. I don't really want to ruin it, but this was a fucking fantastic film, man. Basically, he sends his partner to his house to kind of further investigate some things, and he ends up getting killed. And what it is that he's got like all these fucking people down in this basement. He didn't actually kill them. He had them kind of stowed away for a while. Anyways, they escaped, and they just start pillaging the fucking small city. It's like this. It's a zombie. I don't really know how to explain it, but I thought it was actually pretty good. There's some good kills. Kept me interested through the whole thing. And I don't know. I definitely give it about a 7.5 out of 10. The ending was kind of fucked. I don't know. You know, it had its moments. It was kind of like, at first it seemed really bad, but then it kind of got better. But anyways, Perkins 14, I do recommend this one. Next up is Slaughter, apparently inspired by true events. You know, movies that are inspired by true events always kind of annoy me a little bit, because especially with a film like this where the ending, it kind of leaves you going, well, how the fuck would they ever know what happens? Basically, it's about this girl named Lola. She kind of moves away to get away from her fucking abusive boyfriend and stuff like that. He's just a total creep, stalking her and shit like that. She meets a girl, she meets a girl named Lola. Faith is the girl that moves away. She meets this girl named Lola, eventually moves into her farmhouse with her. And basically what it is, Lola is kind of like a fucking, she's a slut, she's a whore. They go out partying and stuff, she brings home guys, one night stands. And basically what happens is they're kind of not leaving in the morning. At first she doesn't really suspect anything, but they're kind of not leaving. And then it kind of goes from there. She figures it out. These guys aren't, you know, something's not right in this house. You know, definitely something isn't right and shit like that. Kind of goes fucking crazy. There is a pretty good twist in it, but at the same time, it's not really, I don't know, the ending sucks so bad. I fucking hated the ending to the movie because it just leaves you going, well, what the fuck, right? But I mean, some people I guess could see it a little differently than me, but at the same time, you know, there was some decent gore in it, but overall the movie was slow, it was kind of boring and shit, and I don't know, I give it like a 3 out of 10. It was nothing to write home about. And last up in the After Dark Volume 3 is Voices. This is about a girl. She witnesses a couple family members getting murdered. Then she starts having like all these weird visions and dreams and shit like that, and like just really weird shit keeps happening, and she doesn't understand why. She tries to investigate it a little bit, and basically what it is that after she witnesses these deaths, there's like multiple attempts on her life from random people, people that she trusts and stuff like that. They keep coming and trying to kill her and stuff like that, and she can't figure out what the fuck is going on. Basically, it's one of those films where you don't really know what's going on until the end. It kind of explains itself in the last 15-20 minutes of the film. Not a bad twist, but in my opinion, it doesn't really save the film. There was some decent parts, some really creepy shots. I thought it was filmed pretty good. But overall, after the movie was said and done, I think it just took too long to kind of explain what was going on and stuff, and it just wasn't enough impact for me. I give this one about 4 out of 10, to be honest. Like, yeah, you know, I think really the only films in this that I really actually recommend is Perkins 14. From Within was actually pretty good, and Dying Breed. These are pretty much the 3 movies that I recommend out of 8. So, in my opinion, this was definitely the weakest After Dark Horrorfest for, you know, to date. I still need to watch. Actually, I've watched a couple in the 4th one, so I'll be doing the review on the 4th one soon. I'm gonna be leaving for a couple weeks, so it won't be up for a while, but I'll get on that. And yeah, it's your boy Mood signing off. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Peace.